Have you ever heard the phrase, forgive and forget? I have too, but honestly, I think there's a better option. But first, let me explain. When I was in 10th grade, I dove to catch a fly ball at baseball practice, and I landed wrong on my wrist, and unfortunately, I injured it pretty severely. The injury actually put me out for the rest of the season. It was one of those injuries I would never forget. Even to this day, when I work out and lift weights, my wrist sometimes still begins to hurt. As it starts throbbing, I'm immediately reminded of the pain that I experienced at ball practice more than 15 years ago. My mind has never forgotten. You know, one thing I love about God is found in Hebrews chapter 8. It says that God forgives our wickedness and He chooses to remember our sins no more. That's so cool. He forsakes it. He leaves the past in the past. We're all sinners, and we've all failed God, and we all have hurt Him many times. But the Bible also says in Psalms 103 that God has removed our sin and cast it as far as the east is from the west. Again, God forsakes it. Aren't you thankful that the wicked things that we did over 15 years ago, once we've asked God to forgive us, there's nothing we can do today that makes God remember our sins. He chooses not to remember them. I'm so grateful that God's love is unconditional. He doesn't beat me over the head with guilt and shame, reminding me of all the things I did years ago. Instead, He's merciful, extending forgiveness. So back to my opening statement. I think there's a better phrase than forgive and forget. And I think it should be replaced with forgive and forsake. Because let's be honest, God is all-knowing. He doesn't forget anything, but instead He chooses to remember our sins no more. He forsakes it. So my challenge is this. Let's do the same thing to those that have hurt us. Let's forgive and forsake. You know, it takes a strong person to say, I'm sorry, but it takes an even stronger person to say, I forgive you.